And yes, the HTC One will serve as a TV remote. So it's actually got a full application for this, and let's walk you through it. So when you launch the TV app for the first time and it's sitting here in the app drawer alongside everything else, you have to do a little bit of setup, and it's pretty easy. So you need to pick your location. I'm in the United States, and you need to type in your zip code, and 32504, that's where I am. So again, not unlike stuff you've done for other services like this, right? So I'm telling it I'm with Cox Communications here, and do I get certain channels? Yes, I get this channel as well. So it's doing that, so it will know, okay, here are the channels you have where you live. Now this is important. This is where I need to choose which channels actually get in my package. So the important thing for me here is to get the premium channel. So I've got HBOs, so I'm going to add my basic low-def HBOs. If you get high-def, and I do, I'm just not going to add them here. You need to keep scrolling and add them. Hulu Plus and Crackle and HTC Watch, you can also add those. Now here you can choose your favorite shows, and this will recommend more. So if you don't get, enough Law & Order, you can tell it you really like Law & Order, and it will show up even more. So it's saving the setup now, and it will take us to the main home screen. I'm calling this the thumbnail screen because it's full of thumbnails, right? And you see you get one of those cool little HTC tips things on top of it. So this is where you get thumbnails of shows that are on right now and shows that they think you want to watch. And notice that cool little blue bar down at the bottom of the thumbnail that shows you how much of the show is remaining. Tap the 3 little dots to get more information about the show, to see when it's on, to see the entire season, to see when it's on next. You can share it, you can do all sorts of cool stuff, right? And you can get complete season information as well. So that's kind of neat. Now, up at the top, we've got this bar here, so you've got to drop down for recommended movies, TV programs, sports, social, and channel guide. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? You want to watch a movie, you pick it, pick a subgenre if you want, and you can watch those movies, right? Channel guide, and this is another important one, so this is, the tried and true channel guide. It's like the old school TV guide. Kids, ask your parents, they'll know what I'm talking about. And so you can sort by date and time, you can sort by channel, and really important stuff there. But I like the recommended screen, and from there, to change to a show, you just tap it, right? But to do that, first, you have to actually set up the remote control. The other way to do it is with the remote button up here, right? There it is right there. And first thing you have to do is actually set this up as a universal remote, right? So there's a little bit of stuff here, again, pretty easy. You want to give it a name. If you've got more than one room you're going to use this in, so I'm going to call this one bedroom, because that's where I'm going to use it. And you select what you want it to control. I want to control the TV and the cable box. And from there, I have to tell it what kind of TV I have. Again, type it in, scroll to the list, whatever works for you. I know that mine's not on the list, so I'm typing in GE, because it's an old TV. And next, and now we're going to set up the TV remote, so it's going to try to turn on the TV, and yes, it works. So yes, right, really simple, really easy setup. Set up cable box, so I need to set up Scientific Atlanta, not Atlantic. And boom, done. And a couple more tryouts here for the remote to make sure it works. I'll type number 3, yeah, sure. Watch the top there, as the IR blaster is firing. It puts a little red bar up at the top. That's kind of cool. And so you go through a little more setup, try the menu button, we'll try the up-down buttons. Again, it's just going through and make sure that this will actually work with the same codes that your normal remote would work. And it's successful, cool. So let's try it. Hit the little remote button. And now we have the full remote control, right? Up, down, okay, volume, just about, not everything, right? It depends on the remote control you have. Here you have your number pad, and you've got play, pause for recording and playback as well, right? You can also add a remote, change the one you have, and change the button setup. Important stuff. If you have a universal remote, probably not as good as that, right? I've got a Logitech Harmony, and this just doesn't hold a candle to it. The settings, important stuff here. So you can change your provider and basically go back through the setup that we just went through, right? This HD preferred setting decides whether you want it to go to an HD channel when you touch a thumbnail or not. It's kind of a mess because, I don't have HD in my bedroom, but I do in the living room. So it needs to be a little smarter, right? Down here at the very bottom of the thumbnails, you have a social window as well, so you can see what your friends on Facebook and Twitter are sharing, which is kind of scary. So for me, this isn't going to replace my living